If I understand,
Well,
hold on, is for the week. Yeah, like so why did I want to do this one gig, or like
yeah,
what
why
was my
you want to
inspiration
choose
for this
Sly?
gig? Oh man. Well, when I first saw the sides, that's what you call auditions. I thought I would be a good contender for Bentley because that's kind of a little more my personality. Um, but when I kind of got into Sly, I was pretty surprised that I got it, but I kind of understand Sly. I like his mischievousness, and I think that's where he and I really connect is in this like break the rules just to get a rise out of people, like to be undercover and not a super great fighter. Like, Murray's the guy you throw in for muscle.
Yeah, Murray is muscle.
Sly will fight if he has to, but he's gonna be clever before he starts throwing a punch, and that's definitely me. I am not very, and I'm reasonably clever. So do I blow this up? What am I?
Well,
Do I
thank
just
you
leave?
for answering my question. It was nice meeting you guys. I'll see you guys next Thursday,
Absolutely.
I hope.
Do this
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
Thursdays unless something breaks.
And
Which
it might.
Well,
happens.
It might. Um, and then since I know you're a Patriots fan as well, how did you feel about the season, and what do you feel about Cam Newton going forward?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question, and it really shows that you know me well, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I've discovered that am more of a Tom Brady fan than a Patriots fan, because the reason I started liking the
Yeah, but that
Patriots,
hurts.
I know, but to be fair, like what really has been hard is the divorce of Bill Belichick to Tom Brady. Watching the
I
two
know
of
it's
them,
breaking my heart. My
it-
mom and dad are gone.
exactly. That's exactly right. Like, and I can't imagine what that relationship is like, because we just see coach and star player, but dude, they've had dinner together for years. Like their
Yeah.
wives know each other. Like they're family. And so
Yeah.
it's sort of like, breaking up with dad or going and starting your own business. And so I've had a hard time processing that. And the fact that if the breakup was really both of them wanted to show the other that they could do it without the other one, well, one of them did that, and the other one didn't. So I was really sad to see the Patriots be the shadow of who they were, and quite frankly, surprised, because I know Belichick's quite ingenious, but I think part of the problem is that he trained half of the coaches in the league now, and people know his secret sauce.
Yep.
And so he doesn't have the same sort of one up on everybody anymore. So, I miss the Patriots of last year. I miss Tom Brady with the Patriots. I feel a little lost at sea, and I'm hoping I'll eventually fall in love with the Rams so I can like a local team. It hasn't happened.
I got you. It with McVay, it's very easy, but with Goff, it's kind of hard because he's kind of awful. So.
Yeah, right? Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, absolutely. But my take on it is that like I'm definitely very much a Tom Brady fan, but I'm from the area. So
Oh, sure.
So I definitely am more of a Patriots fan than a Tom Brady fan. I still like seeing him do all of what he's doing right now. But for the Patriots, when we got Cam Newton, I was really excited. But it's just like you cannot throw 10 touchdown passes in a season.
Yeah.
That's just unacceptable.
No, that's absolutely right.
right.
Maybe he's small turtle house. And that might be that might just be first year jitters, or who knows, that
I think his shoulder, because he got in a car accident, and ever since that car accident where his shoulder got destroyed, he was never the same. The Panthers cut him.
I don't think they're done, obviously. They'll try
Me
again.
neither.
And
We had a lot of opt-outs too. We had all of our first-round picks opt out this season because of COVID. So
There's
and
that.
we sold out on 3 Super Bowls, so we had to have cap hell this year.
that's right, yeah. So
But
I would love to see
I'm
them
gonna
come back, and
stop
I'd love to see a game someday in Foxborough. That would be super cool.
it's next year. Tom Brady comes to Foxborough. It's a home game for the Patriots.
Oh
so
no,
that'll
I
be
just
a fun
meant
one to
I
watch.
want to personally go to one, but that's amazing.
Oh,
That's good to know.
Let's go to that one. Hey,
Let's do it. All right.
that would be the best one to go to.
That would
I'm
be
gonna stop
amazing.
boring the entire chat about sports because
I
I
know.
know none of them give a dang about sports. So.
It happens on our stream too, or the podcast. Like Justin and I want to
Podcast,
talk about
yeah.
sports, and there's like 5 of us that care. So thanks for being here.
I was one of the 5. Yeah, definitely I was one of the 5.
Well, I think everybody can play along because it's playoff season. We have a bracket, And even if you don't know anything about football, it's fun. It's a fun like advent for January to look at the games and decide the winners.
Yeah, for
We
sure.
have I put a bracket on the wall, and every week the kids pick their teams, and I pick our teams, and then we see who won, and then the winner gets to pick dinner and stuff, and it's pretty
That's
fun.
awesome.
So yeah, we'll
That's good.
see how it goes down.
Well, thank you for your time tonight.
Likewise.
Appreciate it.
Highest to 5, go Pats. What am I doing? Do I leave this room?
You have to.
You gotta leave.
I just have to leave the room?
Yes.
That's it? I worked so hard to get in here, and there's no like ejecting from this room.
You shut down out of here.
All right.
Bentley had like a chalk talk with somebody over the radio, and then
Alright.
and then he was like, "I'm gonna leave."
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Bentley
So
outta
next
here.
we've got
Neat.
on the rocks. And,
Oh, Neat on the Rocks. Yeah.
I have a friend in
I have
me.
a friend in me.
I recall. Oh, hi.
What's up, guys?
What do you
Hi.
recall?
Sorry. We were talking about shows and stuff. How's everybody doing today?
So good. Thanks for being here. What shows
Thank
were
you
you
for inviting me.
discussing?
We were talking about all of these old shows that we like almost watched as kids. We were talking about like Cartoon Network and stuff.
Oh, like what? Like Dexter's Laboratory or
No,
Powerpuff
we're going
Girls.
real
We were
obscure. We're
talking- we were
going stuff
talking
like
about,
Code
um,
Lyoko.
Oh,
we were also
sure.
talking about like very underrated shows.
Oh yeah, that's definitely Lyoko.
Code
Yeah,
Lyoko
because,
is
like,
definitely
have you ever
underrated,
heard-
100%.
Like, look, have you ever heard of a show called Detentioner? Have you
No.
ever heard of
Nah.
that?
Mm-mm.
It's this like series where it goes. So it starts off this kid's in like high school, and I think like the first episode they were like a whole party was thrown. The next thing you know, there's a big prank that happens in the school, and he gets framed. So he has like detention for like a year or something. So it goes from him trying to find out who framed him, to the next thing you know, like the next season, it went from like cyborgs and a whole bunch of nonsense. It was
Oh,
like
that's
a
cool.
whole
Yeah.
plot twist, but it was great.
Wasn't there a cloning plot in that too? I
Yes.
remember the show.
Yes, yeah.
I don't remember the show.
There was like
at
it was
all.
like it was like the main mascot was like some sort of lizard or something, and it was like roaming around the school. But people like basically didn't pay no attention to it. But the main character like was friends with it. Look, if you go to the chit, like the voice chit chat, I put a photo, and maybe that like would remind you.
I
If you've
Well,
seen
if
it or
you're
not.
if you're confused and you've never heard of this, it's
Yeah.
most likely because it's Canadian.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, we get a lot of Canadian shows here. You know,
Yeah,
if
we do
if
get
you
Canadian
both
shows.
didn't know it existed, I would have thought you were describing a dream.
Yeah, really.
Wait,
Yeah.
Zane, how do you know it existed?
Me?
Zane
How
knows
often
most
was my
things.
dad?
Reasons. Okay.
Yeah, reasons.
I'll take that.
I always like as a kid, I always watch like Detentioner, Johnny Tests, like I don't know, just the regular stuff, I guess.
Wait, so was this not on an American network?
It was on Teletoon, if you guys have that.
Mm,
No, that's not Canadian.
Then it was very Canadian. Okay, my
That is
Yes,
very
it is.
Canadian.
It is very Canadian.
Yeah, the only Canadian shows we got were like Total Drama Island.
Oh, that was so good.
Wait,
We
the
got
whole
what
wait,
else?
did you get the whole, sorry to interrupt. Did you get the whole
Oh, yeah,
series, or did
16.
you only get the one?
got
No,
the
we
whole
wanted
series.
to watch it in America. You had to watch it on Cartoon Network's website.
We got the whole series though, I believe.
Yeah, we got Action,
Ah,
we got
yeah.
Island. Yeah.
Paw Patrol is
You see-
Canadian, so I'm sure you guys are all
Yeah.
way into that.
Didn't know that.
Did you see
Yeah.
the new Total Drama? Like Total,
No.
what is it? It's like they're all kids or something like that. Total
Yeah,
Drama.
I
or
saw
Drama.
that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I
thought-
don't. It was
I
weird.
Dude,
enjoyed Total Drama Island. I thought it wore out its welcome after the first season.
I hate to interrupt, but I think we need to start a drinking game where we take a shot every time Kevin plants a bomb when he means to press triangle.
Oh god, it's like me playing Metal Gear Solid on the GameCube all over again.
Dude, yes! That's exactly right. Twin Snakes is a pain,
Wait,
dude.
wait. Can I just quickly say the story of how I first played Sly Cooper?
Please.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So this was when I was like 3 or 4 years old, right? My parents, when I was a kid, were like big gamers, like on the PS2. They played like NBA and all that stuff. So my dad bought the first Sly Cooper because it reminded him of some game, and he even forgot the game it reminded him of.
That's
So
funny.
he bought the game, and he would usually be at work, so my mom would like be home with me. But one time I was like playing in my room, and I walked into the living room and she was playing Sly Cooper. She was stuck on the first actual level, not the tutorial level, the first one.
So he got past that.
Like
Good.
Wally's level. So she was playing that level and she kept dying because I guess she wasn't into platformers.
Yeah.
So she kept dying and I walked in and I was like, Mom, what, like, I could talk well as like a kid, and I was like, Mom, what are you doing? She's like, I'm playing this. And I'm looking at her and she like just fell into the water or something. I'm like, can I play? She's like, sure. I beat the level first try.
Nice.
And I even got all the bottles. And then I just got addicted to it and I played it all. And then I played a lot of it, and then the next year came and it's like I got Sly Cooper 2 and then 3 and then 4, and then it was just you're the best, man.
Oh, thanks.
You just made my childhood. You just made my childhood.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
It's crazy.
Do you ever feel old with hanging out with us, Kevin?
Yeah, there are times, sure, where I have to remind myself, like, oh yeah, you guys were kids when I was making this game.
Yeah.
But like, I don't feel, I'm not yet in that stage where I feel old. Because I feel like we have a lot in common, because like I was essentially how old most of you are right now, when I was doing some great stuff like Sly, and I used to work for Nickelodeon, and travel around and do all that kind of stuff. It's not. No, it is Triangle. Dang it! Take a shot. So it's a good reminder of like, that there is an age gap. There's like a 15, maybe 20 year for some of us. But the other part that is more noticeable is that none of you talk about your kids. And
We can't have kids, Kevin.
yeah,
Not
none
now.
Yeah, you will.
That's
You just
fine.
don't now.
And as far as I know, I don't have any.
Well, I'm in transition Sly Cooper.
Oh, I know.
And my kids are a big defining part of my life at this point. I see the world through their eyes, and so much of pop culture through what they experience, and that's where I'm like, oh yeah, you guys haven't hit that life stage.
I don't think I've ever heard. Are they Sly fans?
Yeah, we actually did a stream with them not that long ago, and they were asking to do it again. So I do it like on a Sunday afternoon, because they're asleep right now, idiots. But they love it. So you should. I think I saved one of them. My daughter managed to kill Murray in the very first mission when you're not really supposed to be able to kill him. So it was actually quite impressive.
You know what? I randomly found out how to kill Carmelita on accident. In
Oh no!
Oh yeah, that is a thing.
I did it.
You do the shrink glitch?
You shrink her and then I hit her, but I was like so confused because it's like, what now? I just thought like she was out of the game or something.
Yeah,
I didn't think she could respawn. And when I
Weirdest
saw her
bug.
again, I'm like, oh, she's okay.
That was a clone. That's the in-game explanation.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Oh, wow.
Limiana, for the follow. Do I sound old to you? Is that
No.
No. That's,
Not even
that's part of
close.
the curiosity about it.
Oh,
I do miss because I feel like Justin feels old because during the podcast he would sometimes go into the middle-aged voice,
yes.
like, oh, this newfangled flabberjabber.
Justin, see, my generation as being like Gen X / millennial, like we're right on the cusp there. We have a real disdain. Like my peers, we have a lot of things against the baby boomer generation. They don't get along. Justin,
Feel that.
Justin wishes
Oh,
he
yeah.
were a baby boomer. But Justin, if you
love
said
that.
"okay, boomer" to him, he'd say "thank you." So. But he doesn't mind.
Gosh, I miss him.
Yeah, I need to get him to join us on the Discord sometime.
Well, yeah, I know I could totally text him, but I haven't. But next time you talk to him, just tell him he's missed.
Yeah, he could pop in and at least say hi to you guys. Wouldn't be bad.
Yeah. But we miss him a lot.
He's done a couple Comedy Sports shows, so.
Yeah, and we've definitely enjoyed it. I need those dancing lessons whenever he's free.
He's a good dancer. Yeah, I think one of the things that Sly is actually being a part of the Sly community has taught me is this sort of big brother role that I feel I have for the community, and I like it. I appreciate it. So I feel like we're all
What
in
do
the
you
Cooper
mean?
gang together. So
Heck yeah.
which is cool.
Also, for the people that are in the Discord, go into the art chat. Chill's got a really cool work in
Yeah,
progress.
it looks nice.
Is it Mount Rushmore?
No, it's Sly.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's
Is he a part of Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, he will
uh,
be.
later.
Like
Yeah.
Bentley, Murray, and Carmelita on Mount Rushmore.
Draw it, make it now, make that a thing.
The greatest heist in history, stealing Mount Rushmore.
Putting your face on Mount Rushmore is quite the heist. That is very true.
Kevin, I have a quick question.
Mhm.
What's your favorite Sly game? Which one?
Yeah, I love this one. I mean, they're all. I've said it before. They're like, it's sort of like how do you pick your kids, or
Oh sure.
but
Yeah.
because they all have their own unique thing to them. But Sly 2 is a very special game. This game is very
We know
clever.
how you pick your kids.
What's
How
that?
did you like? Oh.
I said we know how you pick your kids.
I make them
Guild
guess
Wars
every.
2,
Yeah, that's right. I have
and
two.
then everybody else is below that.
I have two legendaries. I have three legendaries, but two children. Very true. So I have 5 kids. I'm gonna get into the legendary soon. I think I'm gearing up for it. As soon as they announce what the next game is, I'm gonna get whatever legendary my elemental is. Ryan, you need to get back into Guild Wars with me. Join me.
I need to start Guild Wars.
You've been in it before. You're in the guild.
I have. I just have no idea what I'm doing.
I will gladly play. We can do that as a stream. Just show.
Yeah.
We'll do a let's play of Guild Wars. It can happen.
Have you guys played Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memories?
I have.
No. I stopped playing that because there was too much jumping.
Yeah, I know. You're right. You're right.
As
You're right.
opposed to
Too
Sly
much
Cooper,
jumping,
where
he
there's
says.
not enough.
Yeah, it's jumping
Too much
nonstop.
Jumping, yeah.
Different change of pace.
Bentley's jumping now. Is it good, the melody? Unchained Melody or whatever it is?
It's like I haven't beaten it yet, but it just kind of confuses me of the fact how they went from like Kingdom Hearts to the whole card aspect, if you've played Rechain of Memories, to this. And it's just a weird, I don't know, like it's great. The game's great because it has every soundtrack and it just feels good. But I mean, I don't know,
doesn't
it's just a
actually have every
weird change of
soundtrack.
pace. No, yeah, I
Fight,
know.
fight. The
There-
music is
yeah,
such a
there's
part
one
of
on-
that game.
We need Face My Fears.
Oh,
Freaking
that's true.
Skrillex. I enjoyed it. The only thing is, I like rhythm games. The only if you don't like rhythm games, that's
Then it wouldn't be your
kind
cup
of the
tea.
killer.
Yeah.
Because I will say, and this isn't spoiling anything, but you don't get any new information until the last thing.
Oh, yeah.
So you
Like-
literally rhythm game throughout the entire game, and then you get something at the very end. So you
It's
have
like-
to really like rhythm games.
What?
It's almost kind of like the Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC.
As
Right,
someone that knows the series, because I just jumped into the 3rd game to experience the Disney stuff. I'll be honest. On a scale of 1st grade to 12th grade, if I asked a 1st grader to explain the United States government, and I asked a 12th grader, I'd expect very different answers. What level of understanding do you think you have
Oh,
of the Kingdom Hearts world?
You see, it's worse because it's worse because trying to explain it to somebody that really likes the game will probably kind of trigger them a little bit.
Well, that's what I'm
because,
asking. Do you really have a mastery of it, or does it just sort of wash over you as nonsense, like it does me?
it is
a little-
very.
a
It
little
just washes
bit of
over
both.
you as
A
nonsense.
There
little
is
bit.
like
Okay.
the problem
would
is
have-
there's like. Sorry.
No, go.
I was just gonna say there's like 5 people named Xehanort, so that doesn't help.
Okay, it's
Now,
very
ugh,
confusing. I'm gonna be real. If it's very confusing, and half of the stuff you would maybe probably write down, I don't know, remember stuff. But the first one's like basic, but as it goes on, it like kind of confuses you. Because first you're like, okay, I don't know if you're gonna. There's a kid named Sora. He has 2 friends on an island. Stuff happens. Blah blah blah. the game's done. Then the second, well,
You skipped a lot of game
yeah,
in that
yeah,
game.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So I'd probably say maybe I don't know, an 8th grade level of understanding.
It's so the problem is the first game they didn't know that they thought that would be it.
Sure.
And then Numor was like, "Oh, there's gonna be another one." Okay.
They're like,
now
"Oh,
I've got to
people
make
like
more
this.
People
I'm gonna
probably
make a
were mad
story
at the
now."
ending.
And then Tetsuya Nomura went on to make one of the most absolute nonsense stories ever. Anybody who says they understand the story Kingdom Hearts is a liar.
As a kid, I just never understood why Final Fantasy
Bite me,
characters were in
Vince.
it.
I will fight you.
I just never understood why there were Final Fantasy characters
I
in the
said
game.
bite me, but I mean, if you want to do that,
Okay,
that's fine.
so what happened was a Disney executive met a Square Enix executive because they were in the same building in an elevator.
they
and
were
they
in the
like,
elevator.
"Hey,
The rest is history.
what if we made a game together?" And they're like, "Yeah." And then
But
It was
that
just so random.
it's so great that we know that, because straight up, that's how most things are done, right? Like, that's what they tell you. You want a job? It's not what you know, it's who you know. Like,
Yeah.
100%.
you make
Yeah, I just-
friends, you get stuff done. So it
I
doesn't
just
matter how
love the
talented
fact
you are.
that they just have like a mini board meeting. That's fun to say. In an elevator. Just-
Absolutely,
yeah.
that's why they call it an elevator pitch. Like, you know,
Yeah.
how do you get your message across in 15
Ryan, that's how
seconds?
Kingdom Hearts started.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we literally just talked about
That's
that.
We
what we're
literally
talking
just said
about.
that, Steven.
Are you all right?
Do you have
You have
the
a
first Kingdom Hearts?
You having a
Kevin?
stroke?
No, I
No,
just came
Steven-
back. I was
just
talking
kidding.
to all the other people that are gonna get pulled in. so-
Steven's been in the queue for a little bit.
Yeah.
Great. We'll do one more swap out and call it a night. So,
Yeah, that's all we need.
Okay,
actually.
no, I'll switch.
no, I've never played any of the Kingdom Hearts except for Kingdom Hearts 3. And
Well, all I can say
Oh.
is when you play the others, you're gonna be for one hell of an adventure.
well,
Yeah,
thank you.
it's-
Probably
That's,
never gonna do
If
that.
if you play.
Yeah.
If you play, that's if. That's if.
I'd be more likely to buy a BMW bus and drive it across the
Wow.
country. So.
Why not?
I love
Just gonna throw Kingdom Hearts under that bus along with it, aren't you?
Yeah.
If only
I mean, that's
the only
fine.
thing
Fly Cooper with a keyblade.
That'd
yeah,
be
the only-
sweet.
Dude,
Dude, the Keyblade is cool. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I get the appeal, but because what was
It's
the first Kingdom
marketing
Hearts?
genius.
Keyblade.
It's marketing genius.
Yeah, all that's pretty great. And it's Harry Joel Osment. I mean, come on. I like that.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, for sure.
good kid. Good kid.
The only thing about it is they need to treat Kyrie a little better.
Yeah.
He says
totally.
this now. He says this now after years of us telling him
Years.
that she's a plot
Yeah.
device.
I say
And
this
now-
now,
and
excuse
now
me,
he's finally coming over it.
it's been in my head for years. Steven.
Oh,
Besides,
sure.
well, I mean, people just think of her as like Princess Peach. Most people.
Well, but
anyway.
Yeah,
except Princess Peach, except you can play as Princess Peach in multiple games now, and not.
Yeah.
Princess Peach
yeah,
actually
you
has
gotta-
a, effect on the plot.
and Kyrie just exists.
Kyrie is just kind of
She's just-
there, yeah.
Yeah. But any last questions, or did you all get to
Yeah.
already?
What do you think? You said your favorite's probably Sly 2. Do you have a favorite performance that you did? Like, do you feel like you had more fun performing for like Sly 4 than Sly 3 or something like that?
Yeah, I think it was. I remember really enjoying some of the lines in Sly 3. I think we got into a really good rhythm after doing. We did 3 of them inside of 4 years, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I remember really feeling confident that if there was a line who says like nothing but big old piles of gold, and I was like, that's fun to know this character so well now, be able to deliver a line like that, especially at the end of the adventure. So I think that's pretty fun. And then it was fun to revisit it, of course, for Sly 4, 8 years later. Actually, it was
Also-
like 6 years.
Neat. I just want to comment.
Yeah.
You have like a podcast radio voice.
Well, thank you so much.
Like
It
the
Yeah, I've
way
been
you
enjoying
asked
it.
that question.
I would like to
Yeah,
hear you
actually,
talk more.
He does, yeah.
I
Just
appreciate that, my man.
Can you
It's
can
just
you
the
say
way
my
you
name?
asked that question, the way you made it flow, really sounded
thank
good to
It
you.
sounds like you would voice a Did You Know Gaming video, actually.
Yeah.
Hey, man, a man can dream.
Let's
A
get him
man
into
can dream.
contact with Sean. Let's get it going.
Yeah, we need to get Kevin in contact with Sean too.
Yeah,
We-
what's Sean?
Ooh, yeah. And then
That's
I'll
what-
have an
Gaming
end.
Sly Cooper, I totally.
I mean, that's what we've been trying to email some people about, but no one responds.
Make it happen, Cap.
They're all a bunch of jerks.
I have one more thing before I leave that I
Go
would
for
like
it.
to show you guys. It will be quick.
All right.
So as you might know, I'm a musician, and around this time last year, I got an instrument called an iwi. It is an
Ooh.
electronic wind instrument, and I would like to play you something now.
Oh, here, let me hit
Oh.
pause. Go for
Nice. Let's dance.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That was
That
phenomenal.
was great.
Nice.
I think I need to
Oh
have you
my
on to do
God.
my accompaniment for when I make up songs for subs. So I think you're hired.
Yeah, you did that for me once. That was really
Or-
fun.
Noah, can you record that, please?
Yeah, that sounded great. That sounded
I've
great.
always wanted to do a cover of that song.
I want that.
That was great. Well, we
When
have
I
it on the
was in
stream
high
now.
school, when I was in high school, I transcribed that for saxophone and tuba. My best friend and I
Oh no
Uh,
way.
bonded over Sly Cooper, so I transcribed that for us to play. We never ended up doing it for anything, but
Oh
I still know
Noah,
it.
you know Jimmy, one of our mods, Crimson Egg,
Yeah,
he plays
saxophone.
the sax. He would be very interested in that trans whatever you called it.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to make this a thing.
Transcription, yeah, yeah.
That trans whatever.
Dude,
Transcription. Come on.
we can. He and I can duet.
Oh
Love
yeah, for
saxophone.
sure.
Yeah, that's
so,
we gotta make that happen. As soon as Jimmy's done with the
definitely-
COVID.
We'll put
Yes.
together a Sly medley or something.
Oh yes.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
That's
we'll
a great
definitely
idea.
ask him about that because that'd be really cool. Do you still have that transcription?
Oh, I'm sure I could whip it up. I mean, I know the song, so.
Oh.
I suppose.
Yeah, he would definitely be interested in that.
He
That's
would love
one of his
that.
favorite songs. Yeah.
So good, so good.
That's right.
Part of
Thanks
why
for
Sly
sharing.
2 is my favorite is because of Dimitri. Just such a golden character.
Oh yeah,
He's
for
pretty
sure.
great. Pretty good character. Sure. Awesome. Well, thanks for being here.
coming out.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you guys. It's good stuff.
Also, I love knowing what an
And-
iwi is now.
Friend, do you have any? Oh wait, he left. Oh okay.
Done.
Oh,
Wait,
friend,
what? Oh,
do you have any
hi.
last words?
No. All I can say is, I hope you all have a great day.
Thanks.
That's all I
You
gotta
too.
say.
Oh,
You guys are awesome.
alright. You have a good night.
Yep, you too.
All right, so now we've got
Colin?
Chill and Colin.
Oh, Chill and Colin back. Okay.
Oh, we're having
Colin,
the
you're coming
problem
back.
again. Oh, there we go. And Chill, if I remember, was Dramatics friend, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello.
Hi, Chill. Thanks for joining.
Oh,
We've heard so much about you tonight. So.
Yes, with Ashley Self for sure.
And Colin, is this the same Colin from earlier, or do we have a new Colin?
No, it's the same guy.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back, Colin.
Great. Well,
Yeah, I just posted art in there, so I just let you know.
And it's really good.
in the
Good art.
in the Discord, let me flip over here.
Yeah, just go to the art one. Art forever.
Hello.
If you scroll up, you'll see the first one called Old Remake WIP, and then you scroll down. And then yeah, Dramatics got some stuff as well.
Oh, very nice. Excellent. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would be tempted to show this, but I'm afraid everything would break if I try to. I think I'll
Well,
lose the
it
whole
gives
stream.
everybody an incentive to join our Discord.
There it is. Yeah. Join our Discord. I think.
Look at this beautiful Sly art, everyone. Join the Discord.
Yeah, it's that other one is very, very well done.
There you go. There it is.
Thank you.
I love all the fur. It's really
Look
like
at that.
honestly,
It's so soft.
that is so good. Do you
just
Chill,
wanna pet him.
Do you and Dramatic have an art page of some kind?
I have a Twitter, DeviantArt, I have an Amino, I have a lot of things.
What's your username?
Let me see. Go to Twitter. Da, 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 da.
I don't know that one. Is that a?
I don't know.
Oh,
Well, I
it's
don't know
chill,
how to
it's
spell
chill. I'm
it.
just making it's chill. It's so
Yeah.
chill.
Well, the thing is that if you guys follow Kevin on Twitter, you will see this art because he likes it and comments on it constantly.
Yeah.
True. Probably obsessively. Let's be honest. I should probably dial it back.
No. Keep it going. We love to see it.
Yeah, isn't this interesting? In this map, Murray is permanently not in the gang, even though he freed him.
Right?
That's interesting.
I feel like he wouldn't break anything. I don't think.
Yes,
Like
they're
in the level itself, I don't think it would like glitch out because Murray's here.
Yeah.
I think it's well, it's probably not made with him in mind too well. But
That might
I feel
be
like
true.
he could get around enough.
Yeah, that might be it though.
So what's your Twitter, Chill?
My Twitter is chill.
Just Chill?
How is
It's
that
chill.
possible? You have just chill on Twitter?
Yep. Chill.
Well, here's what we'll do. Another
Well, what's
incentive
the-
to click on the second funniest Gamerland podcast Discord server. Click on the advertise button and click
Okay.
on their link.
Ah.
Post
No,
that.
okay. Here's the thing, Steven. It's JK show. Thank you.
No, we're not calling it that.
JK
We're not-
Gamerland.
We're not calling it
second
that.
funniest.
Oh, okay.
We never called it that. Except for when we had a theme song that called it that.
Well, actually, even earlier than JK show was the Justin Worsham comedy podcast. So.
But yeah,
if you wanna
did he
go
call it
real
that
far back.
initially? Was that that?
Yeah. That
No,
was,
because
that was
the-
name he initially.
The very first moment of the very first podcast, after I said the word sexy, is Justin saying, you know, we've been talking about making a podcast, and I realized we don't have a name for our podcast. That's like the first thing we discussed on the very first podcast.
Just having a board meeting, an
Yeah, pretty
elevator pitch on the podcast.
and it never got more professional than that moment. So
Well, you also mentioned in that first episode that you had like demos,
There you
demos
go.
of
like tapes, like test episode.
Oh. No, that if it's the same first episode, then it's the same first episode. I don't think we ever did.
Well, no,
another.
but I'm saying like you tried to test the podcast before, like, so you have the main episode, and then you mentioned that you tried just doing it for the first time. So you have like 10 episodes that you were just riffing or something like that.
I remember maybe they've been lost in the sands of time.
It's
But
possible, yeah.
Our first episode, we recorded in December, and then it didn't air. We recorded a few more, and then our second episode, we got our friends Justin and Summer on.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, so there's official episodes, and then there's ones that you recorded beforehand.
You know,
just to try to make sure you were.
Honestly, Ryan, anybody else on the planet, I would tell them they're wrong, but your understanding of my podcast exceeds my own. That
I should possibly just ask Justin.
There might have been, but no, his memory's worse than mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I seem to remember that because I remember I called him about something, and we were chatting for a minute, and then I was like, hey, what are you doing? And he's like, well, I thought we were doing a podcast. I was like, oh, I should probably drive to your house then.
Yeah, so the only thing that makes me believe that is there was a line that you said, oh, so there's like 10 episodes, but this is the one.
Oh,
this is the one.
that sounds like a me joke, though. That definitely sounds like
Yeah.
the kind of thing I would
Okay.
say. So.
It probably is.
I
then,
might
'cause
have-
There's a lot that I've asked you about the podcast where you're like, oh no, that was just a joke. I'm like, oh, I actually read into that. But you also said that, oh, I've been dreaming for a while about how we would actually start this podcast, and we just started.
Yes,
so...
that I remember very, very specifically happening. Yeah, and that's pretty. That's why I don't think I would be surprised if we ever recorded anything and didn't use it, because we're not afraid of putting out garbage. So
Yeah, especially when Justin's like, or when you're like, oh, we'll edit that out. And
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
just like, oh yeah, we will totally.
Oh sure, yeah. In fact, all of this Twitch will be edited.
Gonna edit the
But
Discord.
anyway, yeah.
Chill. Colin.
We were talking about Chill.
What?
Sorry, Chill.
As we're winding down for the evening, as I need to go have a nightcap and a snooze. That just means some NyQuil and a nap. What kind of questions are on your burning minds and hearts?
Well, as you know, I've been drawing Sly since I was a little girl.
Doodaloo.
Yep.
Is this a flashback, or was that the whole story? Man, these guys, they don't let up. I gotta go to a different
did you
world.
saw the little comic that I sent?
Uh-huh. You sent a comic?
Yeah, a little one, a page.
Where did you send it?
On the art channel.
Oh, you just did it on the Discord now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Press.
Here, okay, yeah, somebody wants to be the different characters. Okay, I'll be I'll be Sly. I'll be Bentley. Who wants to be Sly? No one?
I'll be Sly.
All right, go for it. Go. You be Sly. Go ahead. Just like they do on Saturday Night Live. Like
Oh. No, I can do Sly better than Bentley. You got a better voice, Steve.
I call Bentley. So someone do Sly. Go ahead.
Oh, you want to be Bentley?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Jump and press the circle button.
That's pretty good. Sly! Press circle button! I don't know how you'd say it, because... Alright.
Press!
That's quite a smack. Poor guy.
That is, yeah. So what got you into the Sly thing, like?
Into the game or into acting?
In acting.
So funny, we were talking earlier about Comedy Sports San Jose, and the owner of Comedy Sports San Jose, Jeff Kramer, had been doing voice work for a bunch of games. Notably, I don't care. He was the voice of Seaman on the Sega Dreamcast.
Yeah.
So they recorded that at a studio in Los Gatos. And so they were looking for younger voices for Jet Grind Radio. So everybody in our improv company was invited to audition to get some fresh voices in there. And I booked that part, which was my first VO gig ever, as the Noise Tanks. And then subsequently booked a couple other smaller parts after that. And then when I was a student at San Jose State University at that time, and I needed an internship, so I went to that studio and said, if David Letterman won't take me, how about you guys be my safety? So David Letterman didn't take me, and I ended up being an intern at that studio, and that very quickly became a full-time job, and I was employed there at that studio even before graduating college. And it was a small studio, and so I ended up being a pre-production coordinator right out of college and booking VO gigs. So most of my VO credits are from managing auditions, negotiating with talent or with agents, and then running auditions and getting cast myself. And that's what happened with Sly. It was just one of the many projects that came through, but it was probably the biggest project that came through at the time. And I had helped audition, I don't know, 50 other dudes for the role, and intentionally booked myself to be one of the last people to read for it. So I essentially rehearsed the role for a week or two by helping other guys read for it, and that's extremely rare. But there are other success stories like that. That's how Harrison Ford is Han Solo, and. Not that I'm Harrison Ford, but it's not an uncommon way to get involved. What's her name on The Office got her part. What's
Pam?
Nope, not Pam.
The redhead?
Nope. No, she's a famous comedian. Nope,
No,
there's two redheads.
Oh yeah, the drunk.
Phyllis. Phyllis was actually a costumer.
Oh, Phyllis.
And she worked on. She did some of the casting, and so they eventually just sort of wrote her in.
Wow.
Gave her the role. Yeah.
And she does a really good job too.
Yeah, it made it's such a staple part of the show, and and then she does Inside Out. So yeah, Doing okay.
Oh yeah, and there's 2 Office characters on Inside Out, which really put me off.
Which is great. Yeah, and then Amy Poehler. So yeah, I was honored to book it, and I've told this story before, but that there was a bunch of people. You know, there's another guy that did the demo for the game, that's actually out there somewhere in the eBay sphere, and they didn't like him, and they wanted to cast someone else for the main project, and so a big chunk of the team liked some guy, and the other half of the team hated that guy but loved some other dude, but the first half hated that guy.
It's a very complicated relationship.
Yeah, exactly. So I was everyone's compromise. I was everyone's second choice, and have been. And that's why we're the second funniest podcast. So that's not true, but. And I only know that stuff. You know, most actors have no idea how they get a job. I only know that because I was part of the casting and supplying auditions to the studio. But I've done a lot of work for a lot of games, and also I'm a gamer myself. So there's a very important intersection when it comes to Sly. First, you know, because like I said, I've done other acting jobs. But this one is special, mainly because of the community and because the games are incredible, and I think that's why the community is incredible. So, you know, there have been a couple other titles, and I've met some of those fans, but the Sly sphere is very special, and I'm incredibly honored to be a part of it. That's the story in the book that I'll write someday.
Someday. Speaking of the first guy in that demo you were commenting on, he's so different.
Yeah.
It's so unnerving. Like he kind of sounds like Snape. It's really weird.
Like Snape?
No, Snake.
Snake.
Got it. I thought he sounded more like, "Hey, Billy."
No. There's the.
Oh yeah. He's like that. He's like all weaselly. Yeah. How did that guy get the job?
He's like, maybe I could use that barrel for protection, and I'm like, what? Who is this?
You gotta bring up that footage then, because all I'm remembering is the climb move.
That's the same guy.
So that's in the behind the scenes. In the actual demo, there's this guy with this really gruff, like scraggly gruff voice. It's really, really weird.
Yeah, they kind of made him like a gangster, right? Like a New York gangster or something. Yeah.
Let me see. I don't know if I can bring it up.
I probably can't put it on the
He's
stream.
been through a journey.
That guy. Yeah, because Sly is supposed to be 18 in the first game, so.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it's been fun to reminisce with you all. Is there any other questions before we call it an evening?
We
hope you have a good night.
Yeah.
I remember that part.
Question now. Why not?
You have a question?
No, he was saying that Ryan's statement was not a question.
Oh,
thank you.
Zane getting me with the grammatic statement. Okay.
You could have made it a question. Have a good
so
night.
My question is, did everybody have fun?
Yeah, we did have fun.
Yeah. It was a
I had
pretty
a good time.
productive stream. I enjoyed it.
They've all been great. Every single one of these streams have always been amazing. Every time.
Except that one. We don't talk about that one.
That one.
And it's because of you, viewer.
Wait, because of the good one or the bad one?
From viewers like you.
It's your fault, viewer. It's your fault.
I'm remembering now.
No.
Who are we raiding? Tell me now who we should raid.
Oh, that's right. Exodus is streaming.
We gotta do it.
One.
Guys, stick around for Exodus. Let's pour the love right in there. Let's do it now. Who's with me?
Get that love in there.
Get it in there. All right. On behalf of
there.
the awesome mods
Put it in
of the
the box.
Gamerland Discord, this is Kevin Miller saying,
Okay.
"Okay, bye."
Okay, bye. Because we remembered this time.
I remembered. They did so good.
And he'll never see it coming.
Oh, no,
Guys,
he won't.
Let's take all his stuff. Grab his controller. Let's go.
Quick, tie his shoes. Now.
That's great. Chill, great to meet you tonight. Oh, this is a fun piece you got going on in here. That's fun. I like it. Good reference pieces too.
Thank you.
I like those hands. All right, guys. Thanks for making it a great stream. Appreciate it.
You too. You have a good night. Also, Exodus is wondering how you are.
Tell him I'm amazing and I've learned how to fly.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah, I'll
you can
pop
tell
over
him
to the
yourself.
stream. Yeah, I'll jump over. All right. Good night, guys.
All right. Have a good night.
Of a new era.
Are you here to help us? This is our home.
Then let's fight for it. Experience Marvel Studios WandaVision. First 2 episodes now streaming only on Disney Plus.
Yo, what's up, Swampy? Sly Daniels. And anybody lurking in chat. You just had to watch the longest trailer for WandaVision, and I do not know what that is. Alright, this is it. We make it past this point, we're home free. We have 18 seconds to work